They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. 2nd down and 8. On the option, they give it to Henry. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. Now a loose football. The Colts have got it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
They gain 18 yards on that one. That's good for a Colts 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Taking off. He is in. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Colts. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. Now he takes off.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
And he'll get to the 48, and that's going to be good enough. It'll pick up a 1st down. Off the play fake, Jackson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now a toss, running left, it's Henry. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll run again. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. So after 1, it's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. They'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2. Play action now. Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. He looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
On the handoff, running left is Henry.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Jackson going to keep this one himself. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line. Enough to get the first down and keep it going.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
A give right up the middle to Henry. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now, faking the give. They track him down, and the ball is out. The Colts have got it. A big hole. Inside the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And a great return for the touchdown. Well, Greg, they were playing with fire. He lost the ball once. This time it is not only fumbled, but returned for a touchdown by the defense.
Yeah, now you're starting to sense a little bit of a trend here, Mike. I mean, twice he's put the ball on the ground. This time leads directly to a defensive touchdown. He has to do a better job. Keep 2 hands on the ball. Ball security in the pocket. They work on it every single day in quarterback drills. It's gotten away from him today. This is something that defenses are going to continue to attack.
This returnable from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's the toss, right side to Henry. Wow! A gain there of 15. Good for a Raven first down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
And he'll get about 5. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
That's caught. Derrick Henry. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. So we come to halftime in this 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, second half. Drawing near.
Let's go.
Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Richardson going to look to throw. He'll look deep for Pittman. That is brought in. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
That's to the left side and taken in by down. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Indianapolis.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
The Colts are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
Looking to throw. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment. And
to the back of the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. At their own 31-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. The second down throw is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He'll try and get there on the ground. The ball comes out. The Colts have got it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet. But then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On second down, Richardson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. They'll run. It's Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. Here's 3rd and 2. Now Jackson on the move. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
You've got to keep all your options on the table on third down, and that's exactly what this quarterback did. He's looking to throw it, nothing there. He pulls it down himself, and he's able to convert for the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. He'll take off again.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here's 2nd and 6. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's going to run it. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first, and that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Ready, break. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
This is 1st and 10. Now Jackson, this a designed run. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Jackson now on 2nd down. There he goes again.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now Henry. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Throwing Jackson. And he's going to go down. The pressure once again too much. And that should wrap this one up.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz plan for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He
from the crossroads of America. We're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lucas Oil Stadium. Darius Davis to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air is Herbert. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback. Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 3rd down, Herbert. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
On 4th down, here's Herbert. And it falls incomplete. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Hurt.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon. who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going to the ground again on first. Has another lane. Into the red zone. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! And the Colts take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That one finds Josh Downs. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pull out in front for their 13-zip. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Play action now for Herbert. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of one. It's a two-score game early. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Herbert with a blitz coming. He's going deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
Okay, ready?
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Go!
Straight to the air is Richardson. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Working quickly here.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for 2nd and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Dowdle. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's going to keep it this time.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
Come on. Hey.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Sideline throw reeled in by Downs. It's a 21-yard gain. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Get it. Go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Finds his man, Downs. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. It's a completion of Michael Pittman Jr. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. And it sets up 2nd down.
On the go.
They'll throw again. Richardson has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. Our score, 6-0. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment.
On the ready.
Time for the 2nd quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
1st down throw here from Richardson. The throw is caught. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Let's go now.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. The back grabs it. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll take the lead.
7, Cowboys 6.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 14. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
From the 41. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
1st and 10, Prescott. He's still going at the 30. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys looking at 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
1st down, here's Dak. Has it at the 7. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. Dowdle does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get some late points and the lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Richardson to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Throwing on first is Prescott. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Dak. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Yeah! Here we go! I take...
From the gun is Prescott. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Juju Brents with a pick. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Here we go! Here we go! 79 Broncos!
Richardson now on 1st and 10. On target to his man Taylor. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He puts everything behind this one. He's got it deep downfield. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On target to Downs. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Drop 60, drop 60. Warrior, 70. Ready.
2nd and 3. He rolls to his right. Here's a deep shot towards the end. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in, right? Higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
Knock this through, and they'll take a lead into the break. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts take the lead on that successful kick.
Cowboys 13.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. This one not close to where it had to go, and this drive is going to begin from the 40. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
Throwing it just before halftime. He's on the move. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 13. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Dak now from the gun. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked off Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are tackled just beyond midfield following the interception. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
Hauled in by Downs. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3. Offense up to the line fast. Taylor. Runs it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts grow their lead to 8. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Colts get to him. He goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Chased out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys down by only 2 in the 4th. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. So a big play for the Cowboys here as they line up for 2.
Here we go.
He's throwing for it. And he's taken down. The defense maintains the 2-point lead.
Score, Colts 21, Cowboys 19. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. This is taken in at the 13. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Richardson now. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Eric Kendricks. And the Cowboys have some new life in the 4th.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
Prescott here from the gun. On the move, headed right. Taking a shot for the ends. Big gain downfield. And in for the Dallas touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys jump in front now by 5. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. First and 10 from the 41. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. I'll talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag. Play action with Richardson. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ready?
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Let's go now. Ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Looking to throw. Left side pulled in by Pittman. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll throw again, Richardson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. This one finds Taylor. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Buffalo 18. Ready?
Setting up to pass. Has it down close. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
We'll see what the Colts do facing a huge 2-point conversion attempt.
Go!
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this 4th quarter. Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I could still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down, touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yeah!
He'll look to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So that brings up 2nd down.
Here we go! Right check!
Here he is to throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah! Here we go! Right check!
Looking to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And that brings up 4th and long. Throwing now. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Here we go! Set! Go!
A give left side to Taylor. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Okay, ready? Go! Go!
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
I'm not lying.
They go again with Taylor. And he's hit at the line of scrimmage. The run outside returns nothing. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Come on. Hey. Ready.
Looking to throw. This throw is caught. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game.
26. Cowboys 26.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun is Prescott. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. That's Julian Blackmon. And the Colts make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Dallas.
First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Richardson finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
And the Colts first down.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Left side, he finds Pierce. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Richardson looking to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Down to about the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Richardson to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Richardson back to throw it. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Now it's Richardson. And he lost the football. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 26. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Come on. Hey, go.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Not sure if he's looking for a cutback lane or whether he was trying to get to the corner. But he didn't find either. They ended up forcing him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Richardson looking to throw this. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Mo Alley-Cox from 19 yards away. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A big play to start them out. Has them at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Again, it's Richardson. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw again on 2nd down. Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Back to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mo Alley-Cox in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Richardson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Richardson. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. In motion, the tight end. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
These guys running back out of the backfield. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gay is on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Richardson buying time to his left. And some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Richardson working from the gun. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Richardson. And this taken in by Downs. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 16.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Richardson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Richardson to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Richardson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Richardson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now 3rd down and very long. Here's Richardson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go
Now
now.
Richardson. Finding Pittman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's Richardson. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Running left, Taylor. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dayo Odeyingbe credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. On third down, here's Taylor. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.